big news coming in from the United States of America. It's a high-stakes showdown. Donald Trump administration has taken a huge decision. It's versus Harvard University. The administration have accused the Ivy League giant of ideological bias, silencing conservative voices and indulging in violence, anti-Semitism and more. Amid all of this, how will the Harvard University, one of the most prestigious universities of the world, is going to respond? And who will be impacted because of this decision? Here's a report.
Well, thank you very much. We have some important signings today.
The President of the United States promised a golden era, but that vision now seems to come with exclusions. The latest, a shockwave hitting one of America's most prestigious institutions, Harvard University.
She's been incredible. She's very upset with Harvard. They have $53 billion in a fund, and yet they want more grants. And it looks like we're not going to be giving them any more grants, right, Linda? And, you know, a grant is at our discretion, and they're really not behaving well, so it's too bad.
In a move sending tremors through the academic world, the Donald Trump administration has revoked Harvard's ability to enroll international students. Harvard calls it illegal, retaliatory, and deeply damaging. This escalation is part of a larger pressure campaign. The administration accuses the Ivy League giant of fostering violence, anti-Semitism, and alleged links to the Chinese Communist Party. The tipping point? Harvard's refusal to hand over visa data on foreign students. Now, the university has been handed a 3-day ultimatum: cough up 5 years of records or face the consequences. This could displace nearly a quarter of its student body. For Indian students, the hit is direct. 788 currently study at Harvard, but now they will all be forced to transfer to other universities in the US, especially those admitted in 2025 with their dreams disrupted, futures upended. This isn't just policy. This is the reshaping of a legacy, and Harvard may never be the same again. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, big news coming in that it may not be directly related to the Trump order, but there could be a court stay coming in on this. Judge Jeffrey S. White of the Northern District of California has granted a temporary injunction protecting international students who were among thousands whose visas were revoked earlier this year. Now, there was no justification in it, to which it appears that now even the court saying uniformly wreaked havoc, likely exceeded the authority, acting arbitrarily and capriciously by the mass revocation of students' immigration status. This, remember, is with regard to a series of cases brought by international students whose SEVIS records were changed in a way, they said, that made their presence in America illegal. Now, they have said that the students were likely to prevail on their claim, and that is why this decision has come in. It's critical of the Trump administration. So even if it's not direct in connection to the Trump order on the Harvard University, it is being seen as by the observers how possibly this ruling can impact, and if it can put a stay on the administration order that the Homeland Security Secretary has announced, that has come in, alleging Harvard of fostering violence, anti-Semitism and coordinating with Chinese Communist Party. So a huge decision that has come in from the Trump administration, but could there be a legal fight that could be picked up from this? Remember that I'm talking about 6,800 international students, and according to the official website of Harvard, about 800 students presently in Harvard or regularly at that level, at that number, they enroll. If you have a question, how will your future be impacted, or someone you know who's about to enter into Harvard, I will answer all your worries and questions. Let's begin one by one. Are you set to join the Harvard University? For now, you cannot join in 2025 fall. That's when the session begins, unless the Trump administration reverses the decision. So then what is the deadline for clarity? When will we know? 72 hours, approximately 3 days, is when there will be 6 conditions that have come in, which is to release the audio-video footage, any criminal activity that any of the present students were embroiled in, any of the laws that they violated, all of that needs to be sent in to the Trump administration. If that 6 conditions are fulfilled, then possibly the order can be revoked. So then who will be impacted because of this? Look closely. Revocation impacts the incoming students. 2025-26 academic year is the year that will be impacted. So what if you're already there at the Harvard University, you're already studying, will you be allowed to graduate? According to the order right now and the details that have come in from the letter, our sources say that the students currently will be permitted to graduate. The degrees will eventually be conferred to them. But even there is a layer. What about if there are pending studies or there is an extended academic year? Even the existing students can face deportation. They'll have to transfer to another institutions in the USA that has the same SEVP status. This is the Student and Exchange Visa Program. This is what has been stalled by the administration, the Student and Exchange Visitor Program. And they will have to have a certified university like Harvard where they can transfer, or they could actually also face deportation from the United States of America. So then what are the options that the enrolled foreign students are left with? You'll have to enroll as soon as possible to that another university. So these are some of the questions that have surfaced, and I can understand the fear and concerns. 3 days of some clarity, but for now, I can tell you that Harvard University is facing a financial hit. Trump administration blocked international students already. They've taken back the authorization. 27% of Harvard University, where the students pay a full fee. I'm talking about $87,000 a year. Remember, it's as much about how it adds to the American economy. We have a special report on how the fee structure could actually play a huge role here. A special report on that.
One of the most aspirational institutions of education in the world is now possibly closed to international students. In a major blow, the Trump administration has yanked Harvard University's authorization to enroll international students. In what is being seen as a major escalation and a financial blow in the government's pressure campaign against the most prominent university in the United States of America, the federal government revoked Harvard's Student and Exchange Visitor Program certification, meaning foreign students can no longer attend the university via that program. Existing international students must transfer or lose their legal status. Anyone of F or J visa is now prohibited from attending the college. In its statement, the Department of Homeland Security accused Harvard's leadership of creating an unsafe campus environment. It said the anti-American, pro-terror agitators had been permitted to harass and even physically assault individuals, including many Jewish students.
Foreign student visas are a privilege, not an entitlement. In particular, students cannot enter the United States if they provide support for designated terrorist organizations. They wouldn't be allowed to enter the United States. The Trump administration wants to remove students who've provided support to designated terrorist organizations like Hamas, and they want to be able to know which students have done that. So they want access to disciplinary records and to videos of protests.
At Harvard, almost 6,800 students, 27% of the entire student body, comes from other countries. This is considerably higher than 19.6% in 2006. Like many American universities, it relies on their tuition payments, which are often full fee, several times higher than what American students pay. In 2024, nearly 22% of Harvard's income was from the fee structure. A foreign student pays up to $87,000 a year in fees. This is inclusive of the tuition, boarding, and lodging. At the university are currently 788 Indian students registered at Harvard's academic program. The Trump administration has, however, left a window open, saying Harvard can be allowed international students again if it provides information on 6 issues within 72 hours. First, all details of illegal activities by non-immigrant students in past 5 years. Second, video evidence of violent activities by these students. Third, video evidence of threats made to others by non-immigrant students again. Fourth, or details of deprivation of rights of other students. Fifth, all disciplinary records of non-immigrant students for past 5 years. And sixth, all evidence of protest activities by students on the campus. The Harvard University has hit back, calling the government's move unlawful and said the school is committed to maintaining its ability to host international students.
I know that people think Harvard has over $50 billion in endowment and they're, have this status and this history. That's all true, but the federal government is bigger and richer and will prevail here in this fight. And I think Harvard understands that. And really all that they're doing is positioning for a better deal. And so the litigation that Harvard has been pursuing is just to try to get a better agreement with the administration.
The Donald Trump administration has already pulled $9 billion in federal research funding from the Harvard and threatened to revoke its tax-exempt status, citing concerns about anti-Semitism and DEI. The order is also warning to other colleges to fall in line. US universities have more than 1 million international students in total who contribute nearly $44 billion to the American economy. Among them, more than half are from India and China. While Harvard is expected to meet the 6 conditions laid out by the Trump administration, students are faced with increased uncertainty. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.
Huge news coming in from Donald Trump administration. This is from the President of America, who's put out a statement against India in many ways and said, I've long ago informed Tim Cook of Apple. I expect their iPhones will be sold in the USA, will be manufactured and built in the USA, not in India. And if that does not happen, a tariff of at least 25% must be paid by Apple to the USA. This is a huge comment that has come in from Donald Trump. So huge news coming in. What does it mean about India-USA relationship? India, now USA President telling Tim Cook, if you sell or manufacture these phones, they have to be built in the USA. If it is done in India, you pay up a tariff of 25% to the United States of America. Will that have Apple pulling back on its investments, and especially with regard to manufacturing and assembling in India? That, remember, was a huge business investment plan that India was looking at. So a lot of consistent developments coming in from the United States of America. We'll be tracking that and more. And how will India ensure that our domestic interests are safe too? On that note, I'm wrapping up 5 Live. Thank you very much for watching.